dying embers of human existence. As the asteroid, a behemoth the size of Texas, hurtles relentlessly toward Earth, the world braces for an apocalyptic end. Deep beneath the bunker, a refuge plunges into the bowels of the Earth. Here the chosen gather, their purpose clear, to preserve the very soul of our civilization. The 35 and 70mm prints that encapsulate the magic, the emotion, and the dreams of generations past. These masterpieces, each frame a testament to the human spirit, are carefully cataloged and cradled in the cavernous confines of the bunker. Perhaps there was room for more, for friends and family yearning for salvation, but sacrifices must be made. The movie nerds stand united, the keepers of a flame, promising a future where the art of storytelling endures, transcending the boundaries of time and space. God help us all.
So how is everybody tonight?
Who wants to know?
Paul, I have to say, you're looking especially handsome and well fit.
Really?
I hope I don't make you feel uncomfortable, but I find you strangely attractive at the moment.
Well, yeah, that might make a little bit uncomfortable, but also flattered, somewhat flattered.
It's been a few years. You were a guest on our show, I think toward the end of 2023.
Yeah.
On one of our holiday episodes, and I'm trying to remember. I do not do the research on these things. Was it either Bad Santa or Gremlins or
Bad Santa? Because I Gremlins, I don't remember, but I think it was Bad.
I got an alert and then a reconnect. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
Okay. It went back to normal, but alert did appear on my screen for a second. I don't know.
Okay. Were sirens going off too?
Yeah, really.
No.
Go look outside. You see a mushroom cloud, you're screwed.
Yeah. It'll probably be a tsunami, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to finish the episode before World War III ends, I guess is what we should say.
I do remember that recording because I wasn't there when you were there, Paul, but I think I sent in an audio or something.
I forgot who was there. Was Ellie there then? I can't remember.
Ellie was with us, and B. Maybe, maybe. I don't remember. Who can remember? Those
3 years ago.
Wasn't the before times?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm glad you're here, Paul. We'll get into the show for a moment, but to our possible new listeners, just a little brief introduction of who you are, what you do. Maybe you do some acting. Anything you want to mention about your world?
The nutshell is I got into acting late when I was in my 50s, and I'm 72 now, and now it's all I do because I just came to the game late, but found out that I loved it. I should have been doing it all along, and knock wood, I'm working all the time, and I'm doing films a lot, commercials, you name it. I just did a live performance today up in Newton for a company that does compliance bias training for big companies. So you put on a sketch, and I'm usually the asshole white middle manager kind of guy, not knowing how to deal with employees. And then they grill us after, like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It puts you on the spot because you got to ad-lib a lot of stuff. I mean, it's scripted, but then you ad-lib. But stuff like that. I just do just about everything because I got into it late. I love every minute of it. So I very seldom turn jobs down unless it's Sam's. And then I say no.
That's true. I offered you a big role in Ice Cold King Man, a big epic about people freezing in the state of Rhode Island in the big blizzard. And I offered you the paycheck, and you said no. And I said, why? And you said, look, Sam, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't like you and I don't like your face. And so I said, okay, it's fine with me.
We're honest, if nothing else.
It's got to be honest in this business. It's straightforward. It's we got to survive.
It's refreshing.
It's true.
Well, we're grateful to have you.
I would have killed to get back in Westport, though. I love filming in Westport. That was fun.
That was awesome. Speaking of that, little mark action over there on the wall.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, I loved that movie, Sam. I remember.
It was
you had a great premiere screening for The double that and Bad Drones.
That was fun. That was a good time.
That
Yeah.
was
Right
great.
in the dead center of COVID, but people still showed
I
up. That was
did not
merciful.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Paul, we're grateful that you're joining us tonight for this film. We are going to be talking about 1983's Tender Mercies. This is part of our Robert Duvall retrospective that we're doing this spring, and this has been a lot of fun. I've actually been watching a couple of Robert Duvall movies over the past month. I caught up also with The Great Santini a couple of weeks ago, because that was actually on our list of movies at one time. We actually swapped it out for our first movie. But yeah, so I'm just going to go over kind of what we're going to be doing tonight. We are going to do our review. We are going to give our thoughts, final thoughts on this, and we're going to vote on whether this movie should be saved or purged into. We're going to put it in a vault or purge it out. And we have a little game that we're going to play later tonight that I haven't really shared with Sam and Paul what it's going to be. I'm going to spring that on them a little bit later, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around for that afterwards. And yeah, so I think it's going to be a fun show tonight. So let's get into the discussion of this. Sam, I see that. Do you have some movie facts for Tender Mercies you want to talk about?
Oh, we're doing that again? Okay.
I don't know. Did you?
Wikipedia up.
Looks like somebody typed this in here. I
thought we ended that in 2024, but
maybe
hold on.
not.
Yeah.
We don't have to. I thought maybe it looks like. Didn't you just type this in here?
I did, because I thought I was supposed to do it, so I put it back in. But I deleted it because I didn't want to incur your obsessive compulsive wrath. You know,
we don't have to. But yeah, since now
Taskmaster Nathan,
we're going live. So,
Tender Mercies is a 1983 American drama film directed by Bruce Beresford, and written by Horton Foote or Foote.
I think it's Foot.
I think it's his foot.
It's Horton Foote, and it stars Robert Duvall as a singer-songwriter, Max Sledge, not to be confused with a porn star of the same name. I stole that joke from you, Paul. I'm sorry.
I know.
A former country music star whose career and relationship with his ex-wife and daughter were wrecked by alcoholism. And a couple things. This, if I'm not mistaken, Robert Duvall won his one Academy Award from this film. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did. Yes.
Cinematographer Russell Boyd, who is awesome. I mean, he's shot like a lot of really good films. The Man from Hong Kong, one of my favorite movies ever, Picnic at Hanging Rock, directed by Peter Weir. For me, that's like the template of like mystery.
He did a lot with Peter Weir, also.
Did a lot,
Commander,
yeah.
And Gallipoli.
Oh my God, he did The Year of Living Dangerously too. That's like my favorite movie. Yeah,
and you haven't even brought up Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2 yet, Sam. I'm surprised.
Well, Crocodile Dundee 2 is incredible. No, I'm just kidding. The first one's a lot better, but put it this way: if Crocodile Dundee 2 was on TV in a hotel room, I would watch it.
If it was on TV right now, would you walk away from the podcast? That's the real question.
Yes, but with hesitation, and I'd feel a lot of guilt afterward. In the moment, I'd be like, haha, look at me, I'm a rebel. And then I'd be like, oh man, I let down two fine standing people. And then I would have profusely apologize afterwards and beg Paul to be in one of his movies. And he'd be like, nope, I told you. Yeah.
Well, you could have just TiVo'd it. Did they still TiVo? Whatever that, what did they used to use?
I think they do. Or do they? I don't know. They advertised it in War of the Worlds when Dakota Fanning mentioned it, but that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, sure. I don't think they do it anymore.
You can just record off your service now.
Yeah.
It's not really TiVo. Yeah. I had a TiVo for a long time, and there's a great scene in the new Naked Gun movie, I think, where Liam Neeson gets in a fight with Pam Anderson where she plugs it into the network. And when you do that, it did a system reset. And he went off on all the episodes of, was it Buffy or Angel that he was watching? And it erased everything. It's one of the funniest moments about TiVo in a movie ever. So and the fact that it's Liam Neeson in his
Yeah.
deadpan delivery going off about Buffy. It's hysterical.
Was that
It's
movie
perfect.
any good? I mean, it looked like it was going to be terrible. Was it good?
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. Better
Right.
than I'd say Naked Gun 33 1/3 for sure.
Really? Oh, you'd be besmirching Leslie Nielsen there, but that's okay.
It was funny, but I'd have to watch it again because when I watched it, I was kind of stoned and I don't remember it that well. So
It's the best way to watch movies. That's how I spent the 70s. Oh, as a quick aside, the Thing, I was doing LSD that night, and that came on.
oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Oh.
totally fucked me up. And to see Wilford Brimley, who's in this movie, turn into a spider, it was just like, oh my God. Oh, my God, I had a major panic attack because I thought it was just THC or mescaline. Nope, turned out to be acid.
That is of all the movies you chose, like the most terrifying. Like I saw that with like nothing in my system, and I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah.
Paranoia you must have felt for like weeks after that. I don't know.
Oh man, I almost hospitalized myself. It was that bad. I got to see it again because they didn't come out with a documentary about it, right? There's a documentary,
and then there was like a remake or like a sequel that I didn't see or something, and then I heard. I mean, I kind of lost track, to be quite honest.
I'm actually a defender of the 2011 sequel, remake, prequel, whatever you want to call it. I actually, it gets a lot of hate because it didn't do the practical effects, but I actually kind of like the story of it. It connects well with the John Carpenter film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand why people don't like it. Apparently, the story with that is they did do practical effects for it, but then they went back and put digital effects over it because they thought they just didn't like how the practical effects looked.
Interesting. I haven't seen it, so I mean, I would like to watch it. I don't have an opinion, but like I'm intrigued. Yeah,
we can talk offline because that's something that I think, as a future retrospective, we're talking about some of the summer movies we want to do, Sam, and kind of finishing up like not as respected sequels.
Yes.
And that would be one of them potentially because anyways.
I will say really quickly, I can't wait for your opinion on Jaws 2. That's one of the, I'll say fast. That's one of the movies that like I enjoy, but I have no attachment to it. So like if you eviscerate it, I will be highly entertained. I just can't. I'm fascinated as to what you're like, genuinely interested. I'm not joking. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, we'll get into it then because I haven't seen Jaws 2 in probably 20 years, but I grew up with that movie. I probably will still love it because I liked it. It's entertaining.
It is entertaining.
Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know. The shark kills everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
So Jesus.
As the shark does.
Yeah. I saw the play The Shark is Broken in New York when it was on the last day they showed it.
Oh man, I wanted to see that so badly.
It was so good. Oh my God, it was great. Yeah. Anyway,
Jaws 3D is the best one. That film is just that's my number one film.
I don't know, you young people. I'm telling you. Jesus God. What are they going to do? Make, Stagecoach the sequel and put somebody who looks like John Wayne in it?
I've always said there should be a Driving Miss Daisy 2, and it's just a static security shot of her grave, and that's the whole movie for 2 hours.
That would be funny. I'm a firm believer the sequels, every sequel has sucked except Godfather 2.
Godfather 2 is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's as good as 1. And then 3 came along and just like, what the fuck was that? But,
it's actually the title, Godfather 3. What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a paycheck for Al Pacino. That's what that was. Like 19 alimonies to pay off.
Robert Duvall wouldn't do it because they just wouldn't pay him.
Yeah,
enough.
they paid. He said, "You're paying Pacino. You can pay me." And they said, "No."
Yeah.
So we'll get George Hamilton then. Oh yeah.
When Robert Duvall saw the check that was too small, he laughed in the exact same way he laughed in Apocalypse Now. So he looked at the check and he went, "That's it."
Oh, the horror!
Oh my God!
You guys find yourself doing this? If somebody asks me a question, I answer them like a movie quote because I think movie quotes apply to everything.
Sadly, Paul, I
do it all the time.
I'm in a world where most people don't get it though, but I'm happy in my own head.
I do. But I do it anyway because it makes me feel good about myself.
Yes.
So anyway.
Yes.
I know something you don't know.
I like quoting the killer from Silence of the Lambs. So they're like, Sam, do you know Sally so and so? And I'll go, oh wait, is she a real big fat person?
Yeah. There's so many lines.
God.
All right. So why don't we circle back to our show here?
What are we doing?
Well, yeah, I think you kind of went over the plot synopsis already, and
I did, and I actually really enjoy movie facts. I was just giving you a hard time.
No,
I'm happy to do them. I just forgot about that,
No,
and I
it's
saw
yours now.
the last name of the guy, the pronunciation, and it made me.
I loved it. I loved it. So this came out on March 4th of 1983. I just will add into that, and had a budget of between 7 and 8 million. Upon its initial release, I think I see that it only made about $500,000. So it really tanked, as you mentioned. But over its lifetime, it made 8.4 million somewhere, and it accrued that. But I want to mention here, because I love doing, we haven't done this in a while, Sam. And like I said, it barely opened to any money at all. And it ranked 15th out of 16th of films that weekend on March 4th. And I haven't done this in a while. The top 5 of that week, March 4th, 1983. I want to play a little game here for a moment here.
Oh my God, I'm going to fail this one.
This is not an easy one.
If it was Memorial Day weekend 1983, it'd be Return of the Jedi #1. But yeah,
you guys won't get this. But number 5, I've never even heard of this movie. Vigilante, in its first week, made 1.6 million.
Oh, yeah, who was that?
I don't know. Oh, I didn't even bother to look it up.
Oh, okay.
Number 4 was the Lords of Discipline. In its third week, made 1.7 million.
Jesus,
interesting. Now here we get to some bigger ones. Yeah, number 3 in its 13th week. This does not happen anymore. Made 1.8 million. Was 48 hours.
Oh, okay. And Scarface was in there somewhere, I thought.
This is crazy. Also in its 13th week at number 2, made 2.3 million, was Gandhi.
Whoa.
And number 1, any guesses?
Scarface.
In its 12th week.
Norma Ray? No.
4.3 million was Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
It is good, but like this
they're all good movies.
I never would have gotten any of these, actually. So.
Yeah. I thought I read somewhere that Tender Mercies wasn't doing well because of some other movie. It came up, and then Willie Nelson said, it was a really good movie. He offered to back it, and they didn't see the wisdom of that because they're too stupid to realize Willie Nelson could boost the box office. But
just speaking of the box office, just of note, coming in at number 10 this week and still making over $1 million in its 39th week of release was E.T.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. The summer before.
God, the good old days of movies playing in theaters. Now it's like 2 weeks and you're out. Paramount merger. Brr.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Now you mentioned Robert Duvall did win Best Actor. Also won Best Original Screenplay. Horton Foote, who also won for 1962's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot he wrote that.
Oscar nominations for Best Director. Bruce Beresford. He lost to James L. Brooks for Terms of Endearment. Also got nominated for Best Song, Over You, from Bobby Hart and Austin Roberts, who lost to Flashdance, What a Feeling. And the last thing, it did get nominated for Best Picture, but also lost to Terms of Endearment. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
I think that's kind of what I said for any other trivia I have here. Robert Duvall. I saw also right here, Robert Duvall's performance in Tender Mercies remains as one of the most celebrated of his career. It was ranked number 14 on Premiere Magazine's list of 100 greatest performances of all time. I saw that somewhere. So anyways, let's get into our thoughts in this. Paul, you are our guest. Can you just give us some initial thoughts on this film, and then we'll kind of get into a deep dive on them?
Well, I think I may have told you before, it still evokes that era. My favorite era in movies is the 60s and the 70s, and it's still very much, it's 83, but it had that feel, that indie film kind of feel, like Jack Nicholson should be in this somewhere in, 5 Easy Pieces, some of this, crazy avant-garde. But I mean, it was just so underplayed, and that's what Duvall did best. He played huge characters with very, very little effort. He could say a lot by not saying a lot. And so I like that. I like that era. I like that generation of movies. And this was one of the best. I hadn't seen it. I may have seen it when it first came out, but I just saw it last night again. And it's just quietly brilliant. I mean, Tess Harper was great. The little boy was great.
That's
It was just,
Harper's first movie.
yeah,
I read as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ellen Barkin. Ellen Barkin was in it as a young person. She was only, I just read somewhere, 7 years younger than whoever played Robert Duvall's ex-wife in the movie. They were quite similar in age, but she played the daughter because she looked so young.
Yeah.
But
Betty Buckley,
Betty Buckley, yeah.
who's not a country singer at all. She was a theater
Oh,
actress,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. What makes actors really great is like Duvall wasn't really a singer, but he learned to play and sing, and he was terrific. I mean, he sounded just like any other twangy country singer you could hear. But I liked it. I liked that the simplicity of it, the starkness of it. The camera angles are very static and very very still. You just let the action take place rather than move the camera around a lot. The scene in the kitchen where he sings for her, the foot up on the chair. It's just beautiful. And in the garden later, when he's talking about how his daughter died, he's hoeing it, and then he starts losing it, and then he gets himself back together. It's like, and that was all from, it was a medium wide shot. It's like usually, you'd be close on his angst there, but they just played it as like we're standing off to the side watching this action take place, just like we're casual observers, not to intrude on their space. So, I mean, it was just brilliantly done. Really, really was. I thought it was probably one of the best movies of its generation
Well
because
said.
of Duvall. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sam, do you want to go next?
Sure. I was surprised how much I liked this movie. Actually, I went in with zero expectations, not knowing anything. And when it was that opening shot of shadows against the hotel window, and he's fighting that guy, and he's drunk, and I'm going, my first thought, I hate to admit it, was, oh God, here we go, dusty Dust Bowl drama, But what impressed me the most about this movie, that was a running thing throughout it, was one, I thought the editing was very good, because this is a film from 1983 and there's a different cinematic language from back then, obviously. But this movie throughout, it had a pacing that I liked, that was not it wasn't too like slow or deliberate, and it wasn't too fast. I knew that I was going to like it as soon as Duvall turns to her and goes, I can't remember the exact line, but he says something along the lines of, well, would you consider marrying me?
Sure.
And just the way that scene was done, I was like, whoa. I was not like, there's something to me about the pacing of that movie and the fact that it avoids tropes. I kept thinking, okay, now here's the scene where he's going to relapse and he's going to get mad and he's going to punch her, and he never did. Or to me, this was, I'm sure the audience reacted this way too, but at that first scene when the truck pulls up and all those tough looking guys get out, and you go, oh, they're here they're going to rough her up and they're going to beat the place up. And no, they were his biggest fans and they wanted him to, and so I thought, was not expecting that. So the movie never went into the typical tropey path that I thought it was. And it was very much like real life in that sense, because real life doesn't follow, and here's a narrative moment and here's a pinnacle moment. It just, it moved forward like reality. And I found that I really enjoyed it. And I would absolutely see that movie again, solely to just be able to spend more time with those characters. I felt like those people were real. And Robert Duvall, to me, he's always been a good actor, but he did not seem like star Robert Duvall playing a character. He seemed like that guy. He seemed was the character, and he inhabited it so effortlessly. And I found him sort of running from himself and running from his past and his soul so realistic. The movie was, I found it surprisingly touching. And I loved when it ended, when he's playing ball with the kids, with the kid. I love movies that end on a hopeful note, but it didn't wrap it up in this perfect, happy, like happily ever after. It said he
Yeah.
went through this, he lost his daughter. This is tragic, but here's hope. This family unit has an optimistic future, and it's most likely they'll stand the test of time. And that's where they're going to leave these characters. And I sat there for a moment, kind of emotional. I mean, I was surprised how much I like this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
Well,
simple. It was a very
very well
simple,
said.
brilliant movie
Yeah.
in its simplicity. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
we've reviewed a lot of movies that I respect, but I don't personally connect to, but I'll give it a good review because I appreciate the filmmaking. This movie, I actually like connected to it and felt the heart. And I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like you, Sam, this was my first time watching this as well, and I've heard about this movie for years and years as being Robert Duvall's like best performance, ever. And when I've just so many anecdotal discussions about this, and there was all this buildup over this movie, and I had a feeling that I was also going to kind of be let down by it at one, from hearing about it, but I was just not prepared how remarkable this movie was. I actually watched this twice, and we had a lot of time. We had a month to prepare for this. I watched this about a month ago, and I watched it again about a week and a half ago. Watching the second time solidified everything that I loved about this movie, and one of them that really stuck with me is just how understated everything is in this.
Yeah.
And it resists these big emotional crescendos.
Mhm.
It resists melodrama. Instead, it gives us these quiet moments that are allowed to breathe. And those moments carry this emotional weight where nothing is really said, but that's what I love. I love movies like that because there's so much that I can't stand when a movie has to just hammer over an audience's head what a character is thinking. And at some point, maybe I'll talk about Project Hail Mary, and I'm one of the few people that saw that had some major issues with it because everyone's talking about how there's this emotional impact of the movie, but I was like, I wish that movie was a silent movie because I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I have some issues with that because it was just everything is overstated in that movie. But this movie was the complete opposite. And there are just several scenes where I actually found myself wishing that they actually even lingered longer. We'll get into the cinematography of this, but the stillness of so many of these scenes where that camera is just locked down and pointing at these scenes. Everything is almost what's the word, like these I'm missing the word for it, but it's a painting of these rooms or looking out on these fields with the motel in the background.
Yeah.
It's everything I want to like have like a poster on my wall, like of almost every single set piece in this movie.
Yeah, like a tableau. Maybe.
Tableau, that's what it is. Everything's the tableaus and it's gorgeous. And even when, and you mentioned it, Paul, which I was going to say is that rarely does Bruce go in for the close up.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed how much he's not afraid to let these scenes play out in wides. You've got your star actor right here, but you're sometimes seeing him from the back. You're seeing like when he meets up with the band, and you're mostly seeing like 7 actors in this wide shot, and he's letting it all play out.
Yeah.
And I love it when a director and a cinematographer have the confidence and the trust in the audience that those actors and the way it's staged can carry that emotional weight without having to go in for these tight close-ups. And just let them see the scenes play out. And I wish movies were made like this still. They are sometimes, but rarely.
Yeah.
That's really true. And I'll agree with you. And I'll say something about Project Hail Mary because I'm actually totally agree with you, Nathan. But like, I liked Project Hail Mary just fine. I enjoyed it, but I know what you mean where it really indicates its moments. I think the reason that it's such a big hit is because people are kind of starved these days for anything that's original and big. And so because it was like fun for the most part, they're like, oh, it's amazing. But I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I'm totally on your page with that. And
and we don't have to get into that, but it's
for sure.
I really like the movie. I took off like a point because there's just all these little moments where I just wish Ryan Gosling to shut up for a moment and just let the movie do its magic without it saying like things like I'm having a moment here. There was little things like that. Like I know you're having a
I
moment.
think those two directors are like that. They do those kind of little kitschy, like wink wink moments, and that's what makes them not my favorite directors. Like
Yeah.
I wish they would just let the material breathe. But anyway,
I think the fact that I saw both these movies within 24 hours of each other also kind of solidified that feeling. But anyways, that another discussion. Anyways, so those are my basic thoughts. I really like this movie a lot, and it never pushes ideas too hard, and it's just the story just naturally unfolds, and it's really, I just love that it's just about relationships, about Mac and Rosalie, Mac and Sonny. I love movies like this. People talking in rooms. I need more of that in my life.
And I don't mean to like. I'm reminded of some of the film noir movies we watched in 2023, and what's interesting is some of those movies had similar techniques of people just talking. But for some reason, I connected to Tender Mercies so much more, even though I liked I think I gave positive reviews. Like I like those films, but Tender Mercies is a movie that I only just saw recently. I'm already ready to get the poster and like put it up in my wall in my apartment. Like I like that family. I don't know. Man, that movie spoke to me, and it's strange because like I'm not a country singer. You know what I mean? I don't, that's not my life at all. And so I was thinking, what this movie is like reaching out of the screen and speaking to me directly. And I was impressed that it did that. And I almost don't quite understand it, but I love it.
Well, Sam, this isn't about, country singing is a piece of this, but this is about, a person just trying to get a second chance in life. And it's not really, and that's what I love about this. Max, he's a failed father. He's given a second chance, and it's about a boy, Sonny, who's never knew his father, and he has a second chance at a father figure. This movie really, really hit me hard too. So yes, I didn't even, the music in it really is not my kind of music. I'm not a fan of country music. Honky tonk music, any of this at all. But I actually liked Robert Duvall, his quiet playing, like when he's one time laying on bed playing the guitar. The director could have let him play for another 5 minutes. I could have just indulged in that. When he's playing guitar in the kitchen and Sonny's watching him, he's saying, this is a D, this is a G, that whole thing. I could have done that for another 5 minutes. I was almost hypnotized by those scenes.
Yeah.
And he's so quietly intense too. Like there's so many scenes where you think he's going to lose his cool, but he doesn't. But he's got that underlying intensity where he's talking to Wilford Brimley. And Wilford Brimley is saying like, well, why don't you share your songs with me? I'm a business because I don't want to. I don't. Okay. That's what I said. And then he walks away and I was like, oof, intense. Yeah.
I mean, he's a tightly wound spring. He could snap at any minute, you think. But
exactly.
He's very much controlled. And again, it's a second chance. He knows he's got a good thing with this woman. He's not going to screw it up by getting shit-faced and do something stupid. So
he's kind of like me on the set of Mark,
Yeah.
Is Mark streaming anywhere?
No. But it will be on YouTube soon. All my short films are going to go on YouTube because they're finally all going to be up there because people put their short films behind paywalls and do all this stuff, and I'm like, no. On YouTube, anyone can watch it, enjoy the movies, So it's coming,
Okay.
But anyway, back to this film, it's all about, we're talking about what's it about. It's about connection. And that resonates with so many people who have broken relationships or, gaps in their lives they wish they could fill up with, human interaction. And that's kind of what this does. These are three, not lost people. He was lost. The little boy is, because like you said, this is his chance to get a father that he never knew. And she was, working her ass off trying to run this little shitty motel and a gas station. So it's, it's three lives that intersected just at the right time. It was just a beautiful amalgam of humanity coming to one, and they just all of a sudden they made a family. There's one where there was three. You know.
That really explains why I think I relate to it, because I'm definitely in like, act 2 of my life, and act 1, my, the career opportunities that I really botched, and
Huh.
getting a second chance now is like so merciful. So it's a tender mercy to me as well. So
Really?
I
Oh,
really relate to that. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I firmly believe you got to reinvent yourself every once in a while, and I do that every several years. So things just happen the way they happen. But
Yeah.
you can't get complacent and take anything for granted. You just got to keep pushing your own envelope. So anyway,
Absolutely.
I was really impressed. You know, we talked about Sony. The actor's name was Alan Hubbard. He didn't do much acting after
yeah,
this,
yeah.
but I was really, really impressed with how natural, really incredibly
Yeah.
natural he was in this film. As far as child performances go, never felt forced or over rehearsed in
Mm,
this. Very authentic,
yeah.
and one of most the movies that we've reviewed on this podcast, I think he's way up there as far as
Oh,
performances
good
go.
kid
I was
actor.
real,
Yeah.
real, really good.
Yeah.
And that in that, we've already jumped to the end here, but that scene where he is playing ball with
Yeah.
Duvall at the end really brought me to tears. Like seeing how this all is
Yeah.
coalescing at the end.
Yeah.
And Sonny is not just Rosalie's son anymore; he's become Mac's son. And this is where Mac almost is at a crossroads again, and he makes the right decision to
Mm,
go to Sony. So this really warmed my heart seeing how this movie ended.
yeah.
That it ends on a positive
And
note.
then Tess Harper standing there watching them play, and you could tell she's like, man, I hope this is the real thing. I mean, you could just tell she was not torn. She loved that he was doing it, but she
Mm.
was like, man, I hope this sticks, because life is so fragile. So you don't know if this guy's going to get drunk and take off. But I mean, he's proven himself. But she's still maybe a little apprehensive because her first protective instinct is for her son. She doesn't want to see him get hurt. So I think,
That child actor was so good.
yeah,
I on a humorous level, a short aside, if you want to see the worst child actor in a movie, it's 1981's Outland, starring Sean Connery, directed by Peter Hyams. Sean Connery has a phone call because he's a sheriff on a moon of Jupiter or
oh,
some, and he calls his wife back home, and it's his wife and kid on like a Zoom call, like a video chat, and the kid. Trust me when I say, and I feel terrible saying this, but it is so aggressively bad. When you watch this, you're not going to be like, "Oh, it's Sam's interpretation." You're going to be
uh,
like, "Oh, Jesus!" Like this kid goes, "I love you, Daddy. I miss you," and you're watching it, and you're like,
Wow.
well, yeah. You
like
reading the cue
it
cards?
takes you out of the movie, yeah. And whoever
Yeah,
that actor is, I'm sure he's not acting today, but hey,
uh,
Maybe he got better. Maybe he got better.
maybe he got better, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
He became Tom
we've been talking
Cruise.
a lot about Robert Duvall's performance. I forget if I think it was you, Paul, that mentioned about how he doesn't lose his composure, doesn't lose his cool when he could have.
Mm,
And there's a scene that I love here, and I have to say this: poor Paul Gleason. He will always play the asshole, won't he? in
That
his
was
movie.
the one bit of casting that I kind of laughed at, because Paul Gleason is a good actor, but I found him very distracting when he shows up and he's like, I need to know the story. Like, give me the
oh yeah,
scoop. And,
yeah.
and
Oh,
I
the
was like,
reporter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be the principal in the Breakfast Club soon. Just have fun with that. Like,
But the
Yeah.
history of like I never knew he was in this movie, but wow, the guy cannot escape being
Yeah.
typecasted for being the asshole, even back in this movie.
Yeah.
I
Wasn't
think
he
about Trading
in
Places. I mean, you think about Die Hard. I mean, the
Die
guy
Hard?
is
That's the one I
just
was thinking of. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. He does play a dick most of the
He
time.
does.
Pump his ass. Yeah.
you mentioned Jack Nicholson, Paul. That Jack Nicholson should have had a cameo and been in that role and been all intense. Like, I got to know the story. The people need to know about your singing, Mr. Sledge,
And he could be in the back of his pickup truck playing a piano while he
Exactly.
rolls into town. That's what this movie kind of evoked, that spirit of that kind of movie, like Five Easy Pieces. It was this
Mhm.
simplistic, out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere setting that could be anywhere. And like that's what I love about it, because it was so. I mean, they didn't have a lot of location shots. I mean, it must have saved money on that
Yeah.
because it was pretty basic. It was very, very basic shot. And I just love stories. I've written scripts, and it seems like most of the scripts I write end up being like two-handers because I like that. I like conversations. I like people sitting around talking and just getting on with life and figuring stuff out like we all do.
Yeah.
We do it in real life, but it's fun to see it done in movies too.
When they were scouting, I know that they were looking for locations where if they saw like the motel, you saw nothing else in the
Yeah.
background. It had to have a very isolated feel.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great locate. The locations are awesome in this, and all the environments have this like authentic weathered feel to everything, like the wallpaper, the furniture, all the locations just feel incredibly authentic. The every part of the gas station. And I also noticed the colors in this. And this is something I noticed on the second viewing, the saturated color palette and the use of red, white, and blue throughout the film. Everything there's a lot of red in this movie. Red signs, Coke signs, vans, the carpets. Red elements pop visually everywhere throughout this movie, and it kind of pops against this very dusty Texas landscape. Everything else is very muted, but these colors, when they do choose it, are obviously intentional. Pop a lot, and it doesn't actually feel like a movie from 1983 in a lot of ways because I felt like it would be more muted. But these colors, the blues, the reds, are really intense in this, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
I love colorful movies. I wish there's too much. I mean, it's changing now because there's like a lot of good like independent films, but there's a tendency with a lot of modern things to sort of drain color a little bit and make it just a little bit colder. And I really like those rich, colorful movies. And it's just refreshing to watch this movie where they can let a scene breathe and not have to edit it away and chop it into bits. Or like if this was a modern film from another director, it would be like close up on Robert Duvall, reverse angle, close up on record player, close up on Coke machine, and you'd be like, it's just like chill, yeah.
They let you take in the whole scene like you would if you were standing there. You wouldn't be standing right up in somebody's face and looking at them. You just take it from afar.
You almost feel like you could be in the room, just kind of like an
observer
of this. That's what I love about you. It makes it feel more authentic that this is a scene really playing out, almost like a stage play in some ways.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, it's funny you mentioned about color. It's like I remember back when I was young, we'd go to drive-ins and see How the West Was Won, Seven Brides of Seven Brothers. These really vibrant Technicolor movies, mostly westerns. My dad loved westerns, and it just imbued the sky was blue, the water was blue, the trees were green, but that was overdone. I mean, movies like this one, it's just color that happens to be there. It just happens to be bright. It doesn't become one of the characters like those old movies. The vibrancy of it all, the color became like one of the characters, and it was kind of distracting. But that was new technology at the time, and they had to show it off. To pay for it. So that wasn't
any of the key story moments that go over here. I mean, this is also about Max. He wants to reconnect with his daughter Sue Ann, Ellen Barkin. Also, I think her first movie as well. I think I saw Ellen Barkin, pretty young. I really do like the scene that they reconnect in his living room, and this is a pretty I really love the way this is shot and how this is I think one of the few times where Mac is very vulnerable in the movie as well. You can see it's a very different approach to the way Robert Duvall is performing in here. He's much more I don't know what would be the right way of putting it, but he seems to be more out of his element. He seems to be a little more what's the right word?
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, yeah. And, but it's
he didn't have a hand in raising her. I mean, I guess he was a kind of an absentee dad. He was an alcoholic, so you got to stay in there and make amends, and somebody else's living room, and you haven't seen your kid in years. It's a lot of pressure.
I just like we get to see a different side of him from the rest of this movie. It's awkward. He's shy. He's very nervous, and he's tried to hide his emotions in a smile. It feels like
it was very forced.
So
she was good.
Is it just me, or does Wilford Brimley look exactly the same in every single movie? In 1983, The Firm in 1993 is 10 years later. He looks exactly
Yeah,
the same.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
He
yeah.
was like born at a certain age and like stays that way for like
Yeah.
20 years in cinema.
The same mustache, same. He's
Exactly.
portly.
Of
Yeah,
putting in the
and,
thing to bring it back to the thing,
yeah.
Paul, where he doesn't have the mustache. I don't get that. They need
Mm.
to go back and digitally add the mustache to Wilford Brimley in the thing. I think it'd be a better movie.
I can't. Every time I think of Wilford Brimley, I think of who's the guy they were talking about? Wilford Brimley and the turkey, Thanksgiving turkey. Like who's the Imus when Imus did that bit? Oh, you guys remember that? Look up Wilford
I don't
Brimley
think
I don't
I haven't
know.
turkey.
seen it. It sounds hilarious. I haven't seen
It's
it
what
yet.
it's just. It was just a voiceover thing, but it's and I like to get the turkey and then get it right from behind. And he's he's boning a turkey. He's just stuffing a turkey, as only Wilford Brimley could. It's hilarious.
Okay.
You're twisted. I'm surprised you haven't heard of that.
I that's something I would watch in a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's an audio, but it's funny as shit. So yeah, you gotta see it. Anyway, that's Wilfred Brimley because didn't he do the diabetes commercials too?
Yeah.
Diabetes.
He's a great a great character actor, man. He was he was ornery, but he was a good actor.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Any other? I mean, this is a very straightforward, simple movie in a lot of ways
Yeah.
about relationships and redemption. I don't know if there's more to
There's
go
not a
over
lot.
on
I
this.
mean, yeah, it's the kind of the feelings that beset us all from time to time. Like it's regrets. What did we do wrong? What could we have done better? There's a lot of self-examination in there, and in this movie, it's done very quietly, very under the surface.
Okay.
But you know,
I have no regrets. I've never made a mistake ever in my life.
not even casting me in Mark.
No, that was an excellent decision. I would like to point
it's
out too that Paul Kandarian is the best actor east of the Mississippi River. West of it, not so much, but east of it, he owns that half of the country. Cast
Well.
Paul Kandarian in a movie. He's a great actor, and that's no joke. You actually are a very good actor, and I do find
Thank you.
career inspiring. And I like the amount of work that you do motivated me to get my act together in LA and stop being like, I was like, oh, this town is tough and brutal. And it's like, Sam, like, are you here to work or not? And I started to work, and you inspired that. So,
oh, good. Well, you're welcome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I just
no, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was my next line, but
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, but I do mean that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I texted my editor today because he put me in for a couple of commercials. I didn't get them, but I was on a roll. I was doing a bunch of stuff. He said, "Yeah, you can't look back." I said, "I know." He said, "Don't dwell on it." I said, "I'm not dwelling on it." I said, "Believe me, I just skimmed." So I skimmed the rejections, and there's a lot of them. But I'm like, look at it, go, yeah, fuck it. I couldn't have done anything different, so I just move on to the next one.
Exactly. And I'm just so happy to work and just have the mentality. Like if I can be a working actor in addition to what I do, that's a win. For me, it's like you go into it with an open mind. I see people who limit themselves and say, I will only pick a Shakespeare role. I will only do this. I will only do that. And then someone comes to them with this brilliant comedy and they turn it down. And it's like, why? You just should have done it. Like, it's just to be open. Like the only thing I wouldn't do is if it was some like, extreme right-wing, like Trump supporting movie, I'd have to be like, no, thank you. But, like, I'm open,
Yeah. I mean, God. And that's why I play just about every character you can think of. I got tons of IMDb credits and they're all diverse. They're all different.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you got to do in this business to get back to Duvall. Duvall played so many diverse characters that he could do anything, that guy. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes working actors.
Exactly. And the three of us have been together in the most incredible movie ever made about the Seekonk cinema. We're immortalized forever. And they finally started taking a wrecking ball to the inside. But I thought that we were getting in there by the skin of our teeth filming that. And that building has been there for like 2 more years. Like we had plenty of time to shoot that.
Yeah. Are they in the inside? I see shit. I see construction stuff outside, but I don't know what's going
They've
on.
hollowed out the inside so you can look through and just it's like this big open demolition space now. We should make a sequel.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wonder what they're doing in there.
I don't know. It's they're taking their time, but they're knocking it down. Yeah.
Well, what's that
It's gonna
restaurant?
Be a Dollar Tree, probably. Who knows?
Oh, Jesus, the biggest Dollar Tree in the country. But anyway, that restaurant across the street used to be a Howard Johnson's. That's where I got my first job when I was like 14, 15 years old. And I would go back there every time I needed a job. I'd just go in there.
Oh, no way. Do you still hate the Seekonk Speedway? Because you said in the movie, and I quote, you're like, and the Seekonk Speedway, which I hate.
Yeah, I hated it because no matter where I went, wherever I was, people would say, "Where you from?" I'd say, "Yeah, I never heard of it." Seekonk. Oh, the Speedway. So Jesus Christ, it's like sometimes people hear my name and they go, "Oh, like Kardashian." I said, "I will punch you in the fucking throat. You call me Kardashian." But
I now understand that context. That is brilliant. I would be annoyed. I totally get that.
Oh, man. But I could hear it because this is how old I am. I lived in Seekonk on Cold Street before the highway was there, before 195 was there. It was all farmland. And you could hear the Speedway because it's across, Route 6 as a crow flies, as old people say.
We still need to film you walking into your childhood house with new people that live there, and you're like, I'm coming back. They're like, who the hell are you? You're like, I lived here as a kid. I didn't mean to cut you off. You could hear the Seekonk Speedway and the crow.
Oh, yeah.
We film that. You knock on the door of your childhood house. You go in, you lie down on the bed, and they're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah. Well, until the cops got there, I would just sit there, cry my eyes out.
Oh, God. Oh, I hear that. Oh, my, yeah.
Oh, man.
I hear that.
But those old movies are what inspired me to become an actor at some point in my life. And it took a while, but anyway, we're on tangents.
Anyway, you're crushing it, Paul. You're crushing it.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to work with both of you.
We're going to take a quick little break and come back with our final thoughts and our rating and our decision on this.
We have a decision?
Yeah. Wrong one. This one.
I'm putting the network news show under programming. Mr. Ruddy has had a mild heart attack and is not taking calls. In his absence, I'm making all network decisions, including one I've been wanting to make a long time. You're fired. I want you out of this building by noon. I'll call the security guards and have you thrown out if you're still here.
Well, let's say fuck you, Hackett. You want me out of here, you're gonna have to drag me out kicking and screaming, and the whole news division kicking and screaming with me.
You think they're gonna quit their jobs for you? Not in this recession, buddy.
When Ruddy gets back, he'll have your ass.
I got a hit, Schumacher, and Ruddy doesn't count anymore. He was hoping I'd fall on my face with his Beale show, but I didn't. It's a big, fat, big-titted hit, and I don't have to waffle around with Ruddy anymore. If he wants to take me up before the CCA board, let him. Do you think Ruddy is stupid enough to go to the CCA board and say, I'm taking our one-hit show off the air? And comes November 14, I'm going to be standing up there at the annual CCA Management Review meeting, and I'm going to announce projected earnings for this network for the first time in 5 years. And believe me, Mr. Jensen's going to be sitting there rocking back and forth in his little chair, and he's going to say, that's very good, Frank. Keep it up. So don't have any illusions about who's running this network from now on. You're fired. I want you out of your office before noon, or I'll have you thrown out.
So before we continue, we just want to thank you for tuning into the show. We really appreciate you listening, and we'd love to get your feedback. If you agree with our opinions or disagree with them or just want to join the conversation, reach out to us. You can email us at backtotheframerate@gmail.com or find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. We're back on TikTok. How about that? And our handle is Back to the Frame Rate. And if you like the show, you can just spread the word by sharing our episodes with friends who love movies and leave a comment on our socials and say, hey, want to send us a voice message. We are waiting for a voice message we can play on the show. It's been like 3 years. We haven't gotten one yet. Let's get one. That's what we want. All right.
Shouldn't have told me that. I do voices. You'll never know it's me.
Okay. Challenge accepted, Paul. All right. And visit us at backtotheframerate.com, and you find all of our episodes across dozens of podcast platforms. Okay. It is time to get to our final thoughts. I don't think there's much we haven't held back on this, but our rating, which is from 1 to 5, we can go half points on that too. And our verdict, whether we want to save or purge this movie out into the flaming apocalypse, never to be seen again. Paul, you are our guest, so please give us your brief final thoughts on Tender Mercies and a rating 1 to 5, and yay or nay to save this movie.
Oh, yay to save it. 5 because it's so good, and it's De Niro's favorite. Duvall's favorite movie. He said it was his favorite movie to make. He said if he had never made a movie in his life, Max Sledge would be the one character he loved the most. And he's right. It was a classic character. He's done Santini. He's done the Colonel whatever in Apocalypse Now. This was just such quiet, brilliant, and understated. It's a classic. It's an American classic. Just at the tail end of the golden era of filmmaking, 60s and 70s, it morphed into the 70s. That might have been the last film of its type. And then everything got to be Back to the Future-ish and big. But this was a perfect, small, intimate movie. So it's like you sitting in the living room watching these people have a life, and you're just there to be part of it. So yeah, I got to give it kudos, tops. You can't purge this. I will purge you. I will come back.
All right. Sam.
Next.
I think Robert De Niro would like this movie. I mean, he does. And when asking him, he's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
I love this movie. I would definitely save it because not only just saving it out of respect, saving it because I know I will be watching it again. Like I look forward to returning to this movie. I will give it 4 stars. I liked it a lot. Save this film. Tender Mercies. What's followed by its sequel? Vengeful. What's the opposite of mercy? Vengeful. Tender Mercies sequel Vengeful Cruelty in the year 2000, where the kid is like 30 years old and he's become a cultist. That movie doesn't exist, but the first one's better. So I'm going to save it. Yeah.
All right. And what I just love about this film is how, just like I said before, how quiet and understated it is. They don't make these anymore. This film trusts the audience, doesn't need to explain everything. It lets moments linger. It lets silence do the work. The themes of redemption and faith are present. We even talked about the whole religious elements in this, but they're never preached, even though it's part of this. And they're just lived through these characters. And it's about, like I said, Sonny, a boy who never knew his father, and Mac, a father who failed and is given a second chance. And I love that it's about that, but doesn't have to like hit us over the head with that. And despite all the tragedy in Mac's life, his heart isn't completely broken. It's warmed by Sonny and by the quiet life he's building with him and with Rosalie. So for me, this is maybe the most understated and deeply human films I've ever seen. It's up there. I'm trying to think of something else that would be that's more than that, but I generally think this is a great film. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5. Could have been tighter. No, I'm kidding. No, I also wish that
90 minutes
longer. I wish there was movie was like 15, 20 minutes longer.
I could have lingered with this movie. In fact, there were times where Mac's staring out the window or he's talking to Sonny, like, why do they cut away from this? Why aren't we staying with this longer? I actually felt it went too fast. And that is rare for film to do that to me.
That's when you know it's a good movie, when you want it to linger and you're like, I could have used more of that. Like, I bet you weren't thinking that after you know what I'm gonna say. Avatar Fire and Ash, yeah.
But yes, absolutely save this movie. This is a diamond in the rough for sure. So yeah. Okay. I don't know why I think we're really okay. We got
it got the special vault. It got the vault within the vault. That's how much we like this film.
I thought that was my knees.
Blown up twice. So, I got to work on our bumpers here. So, anyways, okay. As I look at my
was there a game or something you said that
hold that thought.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
I think I missed him.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love to. How about global thermonuclear war?
Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess?
Later, let's play global thermonuclear war.
Fine.
Okay, it is game time, and the game we're playing is called Movie Title or Country Vinyl. I'm making this up on the spot. We usually do our recommendation stuff, but I wanted to mix it up this week with you two because we actually have the ability to do that with three of us here. I'm going to play the host of this game. I am the Alex Trebek, the what's the guy from
Bob Eubanks.
Family Feud Dawson? What's his name? Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
I'm not going to kiss you guys though.
Oh, you're not that creepy.
On the lips. And how this works is I am going to give you titles, and you have to tell me, is this a movie title, a country song title, or did I make this shit up?
As Boss Nass said in episode 1, me so like this.
And I'm guessing that none of us here are big country music fans. I think, Paul, you already told me this earlier this week. So I'm doing my best here. Some of these are going to be easy because we're all movie fans. So finding movie titles that aren't obvious to us was not easy, but I'm going to do my best here. So there's going to be tiers here. There's going to be some low hanging fruit here that I know you guys are going to get, but we're just going to go through this and see who wins. All right. And I don't know, what do you want? What do you want the stakes to be here? It's between you two.
A steak.
Steak?
If whoever wins gets the Alan Sean Feinstein prize for humanity.
I did a story on him once. He was an interesting guy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh man. Yes. Anyway.
Okay. I am going to. All right. It is game time. Game on. And Paul, you're a guest, so I am. You can decide if you want to go first or second.
I'll go first.
Okay. Here we go. Again, name of a movie, a country song, or did I make it up? The first thing is here. The title is Poncho and Lefty.
I think you made that up.
That is incorrect. It is a song.
Oh. Country Western? Oh, it's Country Western, you said, right?
Country Western song.
It was Labor Day weekend. I was 17, buying some soda and some gasoline.
All right. I need to just do one thing here is have a system for blocking these out here when I'm done. Okay, cool. No, I need a better system than that. I'll edit this out. One second. Where's my strike through? Fortunately, editing is a thing.
Do you guys ever do an episode on movies that when they come on, you have to watch the whole thing no matter what?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like The Godfather, Jaws, Local Heroes, a movie I love like that. There's a million.
I can't, when Jaws comes on TV, I can't.
No way.
Same thing happens to like Alien or Aliens. I'm just like, I guess I'm along for the ride. Like, it's just, here we go. I get sucked into its gravitational pull. You know?
Here we go. All right. I got it together now. All right, here we go. Next thing is The Ballad of Cable Hogue. Is it a song? Is it a movie? Or did I make it up? Sam. The Ballad of Cable Hogue. Hogue.
Hough.
Song.
No, that is a movie.
Damn it.
All right, you guys suck.
Who was it?
All right, we're doing this quickly here. Next thing here. Paul.
Yeah.
Whiskey and the Country Line.
That's a country song.
No, I made that up.
Fuck.
We got a real barn burner going over here.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right. Sam, next one. A Bottle and a Broken Heart.
Everything sounds like a country song.
Country song.
No, I made that up.
Damn it. Oh.
All right. Paul, The Broken Land.
Movie.
That is correct. One for Paul.
That was
Sam.
a guess.
Sam, if drinking don't kill me, her memory will.
Oh man, you've designed this so well. My sense of trust is gone. I have no idea.
Really.
If drinking don't kill me. Oh man. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go with song again.
That is correct.
Yes.
I should have had a sound
Right.
effect for these. Oh well.
Yeah.
Should.
All right. Paul, Broken Saddle Serenade.
Made that up.
That is correct.
Well, I'm on to him now.
All right.
Makes it all up.
Sam,
2-1.
Lonely Are the Brave.
Movie.
That is correct.
It's one of my favorite movies of all. It's Kirk Douglas's favorite movie to make.
Okay.
Is that the one where he's going up the hill, escaping the cops?
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg loves that movie. Yeah.
Walter Matthau's in it.
Yes.
Bella O'Connor's good names in it. Anyway, it's a great movie.
Paul,
Love it.
Firelight on the Prairie.
It sounds like a movie.
Nope, that is a made-up title.
Well, you got to start writing some songs there, dude. Or movies.
Sam, The Carroll County Accident.
The Carroll County Accident. Made it up.
Nope, that is a song.
Damn it.
All right. Is it score 2-1, Sam? I think I got.
I thought I was up 2-1, then he tied it up.
Paul is up.
I think it's 2-2. I think it's
2-2?
tied now.
2-2.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next one here is, this is for Sam, right? I'm losing my track here. The Broken Land.
I think it's for Paul, right? Didn't I just go?
Okay,
Yeah.
Paul, The Broken Land.
That sounds like a movie.
That is a movie. Ding, 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 ding. All right, we are going to do a couple more here. We need some separation here. There we go. Next one. This is for Sam. 7 Spanish Angels.
Song.
That is correct.
It's like 3 up, man. Tie game.
3-3.
Tie ball game.
Okay. All right. Next one here is for Paul. The Lusty Men.
My nickname in high school, the Lusty Man. Oh, but you got to make that up. That's too obvious.
No, that's a movie.
Fuck me. Really?
All right.
I got to look these up.
Sam.
I would like to point out to the audience really quickly. I just realized that we're going to use some clips. I purposely spelled my name wrong, and it's as Sam Cold. My real name is Sam Cole. Anyway.
All right. Sam.
I'm really famous. Just kidding.
Just noticed that.
It's tied 3-3 here. I think we should take this maybe to who gets to 5 first. Maybe.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
this is going.
Yeah,
all right.
could be a while.
Here we go. To Sam. The Great Northfield, Minnesota Raid.
The Great Northfield, Minnesota Raid. Movie.
That is correct.
Brr. Brr. I'm going to bark like a dog every time I get a point.
All right. This is for Paul. The Girl Who Stole My Pickup.
Well, it's a country song.
No, I made that up.
Well, it should be a country song.
I would have said that's a country song. That's a good trap because that sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
Ridiculously so. Everyone steals a pickup truck from everyone in country song.
Yeah.
All right. This is for Sam. The Long Road to Lubbock.
Is that Lubbock?
It
Lubbock,
is.
Texas?
Lubbock. Yeah, Lubbock. Lubbock, is that how you say it?
Lubbock, yeah.
Yes.
Song?
That's fake title.
Too many fake titles. Too many fake titles.
All right, to Paul.
Diluted the field with fake titles.
Amarillo by Morning.
Amarillo by Morning. Golly. I gotta say that's a song.
That is a song. It's 4-4.
This could be the one.
All right. This is to Sam. The Stars Fell on Henrietta.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh.
I think Paul knows.
No, he doesn't. I was thinking of actual stars or stars jumping on Henrietta. Like movie stars.
It's 4-4. Do you have to win by 2, or are we just going to call it at 5? Because it's going
call
on
it
long
5. Yeah. It's already past my bedtime.
Song?
It's a movie.
Damn it.
Never heard of it.
You know, just like Willow in 1988's Willow, he had the instinctual right answer, but he overthought it, and I just pulled a Willow. So,
To Paul, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
That sounds like a song.
It is a song, and finally we have a winner with 5-4. Paul, congratulations! You won the most pointless game we've ever had on
really
back to frame rates. But
almost went to extra innings.
It almost did.
That was fun. I like that game. It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I researched the most obscure movie titles I could find, and songs that could be movies and making up the titles was the most fun part.
It's a good thing you didn't pick 2 Mules for Sister Sarah, because I would have gotten that in a second.
I avoided that one big time. I know.
Is that an Eastwood movie?
It's a Clint Eastwood movie. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows his movies. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I think is going to bring us to the end of our show. But anything else that we want to go over? I think we've covered it all.
No.
I know Sam. I know Paul or Sam. Is there anything that you want to talk about that you saw in the past week or last couple of weeks that you want to highlight? Saw on the theater or on VOD?
I'll just mention really briefly the new Bob Odenkirk movie, Normal, which I saw. I went to the premiere for that. No joke, I actually really liked it. I thought it was hilarious, over the top, ultra violent. I think you guys would be wildly entertained. It is ridiculous, bonkers movie, and Henry Winkler is a villain in it. I mean, it's just like it's if you like the John Wick movies or like Nobody with Bob Odenkirk, it's ultra violent, but the tonality is shock value comedy, and I was really, really entertained, like genuinely entertained.
That's interesting.
All right, good.
The only thing I got is
when does that come out? Is that out now?
April. I think it comes out tomorrow, or either tomorrow or the next week. But it's almost out.
The April 17th. That's when.
And I don't know what its theatrical distribution is. I'm not quite sure, but it's coming out somewhere, I think. Yeah.
Great.
What were you going to say, Paul? Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, I last weekend I emceed the New Bedford Film Festival, the 3rd annual New Bedford Film Festival. Cool. I didn't see you guys at. That's okay.
I go to New Bedford.
I would go if I was there. Yeah.
I go to New Bedford once a year. I know people that do the New Bedford Half Marathon, so I will go and support some friends that run that.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's my only time there.
It is a remarkable city. There's a lot of artistic presence there. But anyway, I enjoyed the hell out of that. I saw so many good movies. One of the films I was in 3. Go figure.
Wow.
Won Best Horror Short.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
I played an old Jew. Oh no!
Can you tell us the title of it?
Gimme, Gimme. It's a Hanukkah Christmas horror movie.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah, it's 15 minutes or so. But I played an old Jew. Work with Stephen Schloss, who's a horror filmmaker. He does a lot of commercials too, but he's a horror filmmaker, and he makes some incredible stuff. Very violent. He loves gore, and it was fun to make. So it was a good time. I got another movie. I got one scene in this movie that's coming out nationwide called Watching Mr. Pearson. It's about an old actor who's got Alzheimer's, and it's his caretaker looking after him, and he's slowly losing his mind, and it's a sad movie because he gets worse and worse. And I had one scene and I'm playing as Taylor, but I gotta go see it. I'm gonna go see it down the Cape. It's playing at Somerville Theater on Sunday. It's New York, LA. It's all over the place, so it should be good. It's an indie film. That's the future, I think, of movies is indie film. People who can get enough money to make a movie. Doesn't have to be big blockbuster. It doesn't have to be an Avatar or a Marvel movie. It can be a movie just about people, and I miss that. So I'm glad to be part of movies to bring that back. I'm climbing off my soapbox now.
You guys are both from Seekonk, right? Are you from? What do you call someone from Seekonk? Like a Concord or a what
farmer?
A Conco? I don't. What is it like? What's the Seekonk slang?
In my day, it was a farmer.
A farmer. Okay.
Yeah, because that's all it was. I don't know if there's a name Seekonkonian.
I don't like the fact that I get called a townie, and I hate that. So
really, yeah. Where'd you grow up? Where in Seekonk did you grow up?
Central Seekonk.
Oh, okay. I thought this was part of witness protection. You couldn't say, but Central.
I don't get my address and street away.
No. But there's two distinct areas: the South, right? South Seekonk, Central, and
right
North.
In the middle. I'm near the middle school area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the junior high was up that way.
The library.
Oh, that's more north
area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am on the north side of Route 44, just on the north side.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Oh, I know Seekonk. You guys have the Speedway, right?
Yes, we have a lot of
Walmart and a Chili's and a Target, and we are chain restaurants and box stores. That's all we are now.
And we have some nice cemeteries, Sam. Would you like to see one?
I would. That'd be a good horror movie where I just walk into the cemetery and you're just standing by the grave, and for no reason you say, "Want to have a conversation?"
I want to mention, since we plugged a few things that we had watched or were in. I have not been in anything in a while, but I finished season 3 of Shrinking. Is a show that I've been watching, which I
incredible show. Yeah,
and
I haven't seen it.
That recently, and this it was funny early on in our podcast, me and Ellie used to talk about Shrinking, how we love the show, but it's taken on a whole nother level for me. I'm in another place in my life these days, and this season absolutely destroyed me emotionally.
Wow.
So I won't have to get into that, but I think this is maybe one of my favorite shows of all time. It's
supposed to be
status, and it's every episode just absolutely wrecks me. I more than half the episodes I was bawling during. That's how my emotional state is these days. But yeah, but it was a great experience watching. It's very cathartic watching this. I find myself relating to some of the characters more than ever in this. I see myself in some of the main characters, and it's
Harrison Ford gives some unbelievably emotional, unbelievable.
Yeah, I hated Harrison Ford in the first couple episodes. I felt like, oh my God, all we need is more old curmudgeon-y Harrison Ford, but he a complete 180 on him, and now I love him so much. I think it's maybe one of his greatest achievements ever in this show.
Yeah.
It's so authentic and transparent. Like I feel like and I listened to him in an interview on was it Fresh Air a couple of weeks ago, and talking about him and working with Michael J. Fox on this, because he's a character that has Parkinson's in it, and like it was just amazing.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes, and it's the same thing. I was like, he's grouchy, and then I never watched it again.
I had to push through those first 2 episodes because Jason Segel was like, he's playing what Jason Segel does, but it just hit me so hard where it does go. But anyways, so there's that. The other thing I'll just mention is I did watch this comedy called Fuck 'em All, which was on HBO Max. Which, have you heard of this, either of you?
No.
It is basically a parody of kind of like movie shows like The Crown or Downton Abbey, like British high society in like the 1930s. It is hysterical. And
Nice.
I don't know if either of you have ever watched these shows like Downton Abbey or The Crown. I did watch these for a period of my life, and this lampoons it. This is a movie that it's a parody of those types of shows.
Oh, that sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah,
It's so
love parodies.
funny, and it's like the Zucker Brothers type of like a joke every 5 seconds.
Really?
It is so good. It is one of the best I've ever seen. So if you like those like shows like that, or like the high society where everybody is like, oh, his lordship and things like that, it is absolutely taking everything down a notch, taking the piss out of all those shows. I watched this last night. I don't have anything really script I was going to say about it. I just cannot recommend it enough. It's on HBO right now. It is so funny. I loved it.
Is it a movie or is it a streaming? It's a movie.
It's a 90-minute movie. I started at like 11:30 last night. I'll just watch a few minutes of it. I got sucked in and go to bed until 1 o'clock at night, which is not something I should do. But it was so funny. So yeah, I recommend it. Check it out.
Feels like 1 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say really quick too. I'm doing John Trafton's "This Movie Saved My Life" podcast tomorrow, so I'll definitely plug Back to the Frame Rate. He is doing, would you believe it, a Spielberg retrospective. So
and there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm already well prepared for that because I know those films. Actually, one of the movies is 1941, and I haven't seen it, if you can believe that. So I'm watching it tonight.
I love 1941.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I know it didn't do well, and it was,
tell John, I'm around.
I definitely will. Absolutely, yeah. And I'll make sure to plug Back to the Frame Rate because I love that we're doing like new episodes once in a while. Like I love this show, so it's good to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, boys and girls.
Paul, you look tired. I know it's.
I had a job today. I did live theater today.
Okay.
I would just like to prove that, because it's only 6:30 p.m. in California and it's 6:30, 8:30, it's 9:30 p.m. for you guys. That is further proof that the world is round to all you flat earthers out there. So just want to make it.
All right. Paul, one last thing is there anything you want to tell people if they want to find you, to hire you as a star in their movie, their commercial, their anything?
Yeah, it's just paulkandarian.com. PaulKandar. Yep.
PaulKardashian.com. Got it. All right. We'll put it in the show notes. and that's our show. So,
and Paul, when I'm more established and have more money, we'll do Sinister Sands. Yeah. I actually really like that idea. It just literally it's too big a budget to start with. I can't get that money at the moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully in time.
We could do it at Horseneck.
Yeah. we could. It'd be Sinister Horseneck. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a lot of beaches around here. We could do it.
That's true. It's true.
All right. All right, gentlemen.
I'm going to wrap up. That is our show for this week. Back to the Frame Rate is part of the Weston Media Podcast Network. Thanks to Brian Ellsworth for our show opening. On behalf of all of us, we bid you farewell from the fallout shelter. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating, review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast platform. You will always find our episodes at backtotheframerate.com. Thank you again, Paul, for joining us tonight. This is the end of our transmission. Back to the Frame Rate. Signing off. Where's our outro? There it is.
I want you to know it's over.